You're very calm for being Batman, the Batman.
Trying to be. I'm regulating my breathing right now. I always get too overexcited at premieres, so I'm gonna be calm.
Well, what was it like when you first put on the Batman suit?
When I first put it on, it's a very special experience. I mean, you can feel how much like elemental power it has. I mean, like you've grown up with this since I was when I was a 3-year-old. I was like dressing up as Batman. It's incredibly strange to put it on. And you realize the character's bigger than you, and it's just, and you can use that to your advantage sometimes. And then, you realize it's actually quite unwieldy in a lot of ways as well, but fun and exciting.
Do you feel like a lot of pressure to take over this role?
Yeah, tons. Yeah. I grew up watching all these movies, and it's like, but then it's weird. It was such an insular experience, like, because you're quite isolated when you're in the suit, and just the nature of the story we're telling as well. You're kind of alone a lot. So it's really easy to just let yourself be immersed in the new Gotham that Matt built, and you're not really I didn't even really think we were making a movie. It's up until now, and I'm like, it's suddenly the realization hasn't really hit yet.
And you spoke to Christian Bale about the role?
Very briefly, not really about the role. Very, very briefly, yeah. But he was great, very supportive, very nice, and great.
To date, what was the first Batman that you have seen?
I grew up on Adam West.
It's not possible. You are not.
There used to be 4 channels in England, and even though there are only 4 channels, there's still reruns of stuff from 40 years previously. But that was on all the time. I watched it. But like Batman Returns is the one which really kind of triggered me, and I had the VHS of that and just watched it obsessively. It was that and The Mask.
Nice. And your chemistry with Zoe, how's it feel to you?
She's wonderful. Like, we did the screen test together, and she was just, I've known Zoe for ages, and as soon as Matt said her name, I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of obvious.
It's a no-brainer, right? Yeah.
And she came in, it was just so at ease with the character immediately, such a hard worker, and really fun, and it's a hard shooting during the pandemic. It's tough, and to have someone who's really cool and has a really good attitude is great.
You have to sneak into a theater and stand in the back.
Sure, I can't wait. This is the first time I've seen it with an audience, so I'm very, very excited about tonight.
This audience is amazing. For a New York premiere after COVID, it's extraordinary.
Yeah. And it's always the best. I was driving, I don't know what the road is through the park when you go with the little... Yeah, and I was like, this is so cool. This is literally a scene from Batman, and it's the best place, the only place to premiere it.
What would have been cool is if you drove the Batmobile.
It's quite difficult to get out of. There's not a door to climb out the window.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.